Let's start, guys. We're giving out free secrets of success to build your trading account without joining our mentorship. Smash and grab Forex system, signals, and G strategy. The fear of missing out, greed. Just a little bit more, just a little bit more, I can milk this one, whispered King Mubi under his breath. He could feel his excitement build as the trade kept trending upward. Move your exit point higher, this one is a home run, a thought inside Kelitsu's mind encouraged him. And why not? This one had all signs of a big one. King Mubi did not like letting big one, the ones with potential beyond what his trading plan called for, to get away. Instead of taking smaller profits on any of his positions after the first ping, he decided to move his exit and let this one ride. Another one like this might not come along again in quite a while. King Mubi silently remained himself. The trend continued and he was ready to grab all the profit that it seemed to be offering. He felt energized, his confidence grew, and that confidence began to blind him, pushing aside his risk management rules because he didn't want to miss out on this great opportunity. His trading plan parameters got pushed out of his awareness. The exhilaration of hooking and riding a big one blinded him to the downside of managing risk. In the clutches of greed, he did not notice historical trend in his side. It would drop like a brick. Suddenly, having abandoned his stops to ride this trade, the deception in his mind caused him to fall hard. Another drawdown later that day, he was reviewing his trades. King Mubi was puzzled, stroking his chin. He was chagrined. He pondered, what happened? I know better than this. I have no idea why I behaved this way. I started out with the intention of trading my plan and somewhere along the way sidetracked and forget about everything I know. It's like I fell into a trance and my evil twin started trading. He chuckled to himself, because he has no other explanation. It was confounding to him. He was smart enough and confident enough to trade well, but there he was getting into trades that were not the right setups, and then his good sense disappeared like dust in the wind. The fear of missing out urges many to push aside risk management tools that keep a trade within acceptable low-risk parameters. The temptation is real. Instead of hitting a safe single or double on a trade, the allure of hitting a home run or hitting jackpot with a little luck leaves sweeps good sense off psychological playing field, and leaves the enticement of greed whispering in your ear. Real-time temptation. Why not swing for the fences? It feels great when you take all the money on the table. And you get to feel powerful. You get to feel like the hero in a movie. Occasionally, when you move your stops and exits, you do win. You also move your trading into the arena of gambling, not risk management. Actuarially, a casino knows the odds much better than the gambler, and they stick to their trading plan. For the gambler, on a few occasions, the gambler does win and experiences the thrill of winning the jackpot like a drug. Then he is hooked, much like our friend Kelitsu Mubi is in the vignette above. What the casino knows is what the gambler will ride his euphoria, and never see that he odds are stacked against him. He, like the trader, becomes entranced by the chance of hitting it big as the greed kicks in. It takes over reason. Once under the third, the trader becomes mindless and sees only through the eyes of greed. This is what happened to King Mubi, and he wins some, at least on paper. He starts out with the intention of trading to plan, but he is seduced by the allure of greed. Soon, any semblance of an impartial, disciplined state of mind is eroded. Gambler and trader both already lost at this point. Psychological management is really important. Ultimately, he gives back his earnings. The casino is playing by the rules of risk management, while the gambler sacrifices his sensibilities to greed. The house wins consistently, and the gambler, though he has a couple of great thrills, loses consistently. Trading in a Forex or indices market can be done from a position, impartial and disciplined risk management, which is what the house is doing, and a trader can win consistently, or a trader can stuck in by his fear of missing out of big money, and get corrupt by his greed as gambler does. The only difference is that what casino wins consistently and predictably over time, while the gambler wins sometimes in short term, but he gives back his gains and loses capital over time. Greed and fear of missing out from an evolutionary survival perspective is a very useful emotion. It pushed our ancestors to consume more than they needed now so that they would have the resources to survive in learner times. Acquiring food on a regular basis could not be depended on, nor was there an assurance of other supplies needed to survive. So over countless generations the capacity for greed was bred into the human genome. At some moment in our biological history, humans developed a psychological self, and this is where greed and fear of missing out got disconnected from their biological roots. Suddenly humans were not only putting on fat for the winter, and putting away supplies for leaner times, survival motivations, they were putting away money for a rainy day. Eventually the power to survive and prevail became associated with the money. By accumulating money we find external validation for our sense of power, our mattering, our importance, and for our power. In trading, if this fear is not recognized and managed, it will blow up your trades and trading accounts. You have to build the psychological strength and discipline to resist it. In the case presented above, King Mubi does go on to develop the internal strength to resist the temptations of striking it rich quickly, and the euphoric rush takes over the mind of a trader stuck into a mindset controlled by greed. He has to work on it and reorganize the way he understood success to accomplish this victory. By doing so he actually achieved the success in the longer term that his greed promised in the short term. This is classic internal war, where a biological-based emotion outlives its usefulness when it takes over psychologically the state of mind of the trader. I'm done. Smash and grab Forex. Thank for opportunity.
Stay blessed, guys. And one more thing, guys, shout out to all the women out there who are doing the most. King Moby loves you guys. From your boy King Moby and the Pro Scalper, guys. I'm out, guys. Stay blessed.